Yo, welcome to the 5 Reasons Sports. Oh shit, I almost started a different intro. Welcome to the Clutch Corner. Damn, we haven't done this show in so long. I forget my intro to this show. But I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined by the corner four, as usual, my guy Adam Barai. Don't know what name he wants to use anymore. My man, No One, aka Michael Christian, and the first lady of 5 Reasons Sports, Allana. How's everybody doing? Oh, what's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
You see, even that had more energy than when we
That
recorded.
was better. Yeah, that was better.
Yeah,
I'm monotone. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I think her intro is beautiful. So if you guys have not checked it out, if y'all don't know what we're talking about Allana's intro for Feel the Heat. So make sure y'all check out that podcast. They did a live stream on the YouTube channel yesterday. So you guys make sure you go look at that. Give them some views, give them some likes. Make sure that y'all don't know that money when they go live once a month. So let's get to our show, guys. And let's just start with the state of Miami, or the state of the Heat, because the state of Miami is actually a real thing. The state of the Heat. Right now, everybody's pretty familiar with their position. Right now, we're in the 7th seed, tied, losing the tiebreakers to Boston and Atlanta. So if we end up with the same record, which we have now, we're going to end up in the play-in game. How are you guys feeling about the season? I wanted to start with Michael, but then I came to my senses, so I'll start with Adam.
How do I feel about the season overall?
Overall, like, how are you feeling about right now?
It just feels like a 500 team to me. It feels like they could win any game and lose any game, and that's what an average team is. I haven't seen this team string together a group of wins consistently over good teams that make me feel otherwise. So all I can say is this team is average. Nothing else to it.
Man, I would have thought that, there was some optimism. Let's go to the positive.
For what?
Michael Christian.
I'm the positive one. She's the positive one.
Hey,
I'm realistic.
That's
fine. All right.
According to her, she's realistic. But
I'll be the positive one here, right? I said it yesterday. I think they're going to go 3-0 in the next 3 games. Right? I think they'll take both from Boston. I do.
What? you could think that, but that doesn't.
There's no.
I'm trying to talk another side to it. What? Fine. Okay, no. Here's what we'll do. They're gonna go 1-2 over the next few games, right? They're gonna be in the plane. They're gonna get bounced in the plane. Is that what y'all want to hear? Because it seems like that's the only.
Is that what you think?
Don't say y'all. I'm not fighting you on this, mister.
Of course, that's not what I think. I genuinely think they're gonna go 3-0 over the next few games. They're going to avoid the plane. They're gonna have the tiebreaker over Boston. It's not gonna be pretty. I don't know how deep they can make it into the playoffs. Injuries keep coming back and forth with this team, but if they find a way to get it together, I'm not gonna count them out.
When you saying that they're gonna
ask the question again. Ask Michael the question again.
Ask me the
what
question.
is the state of the Heat?
Yeah, what do you think of the Heat season so far?
Oh, it's been a mess. It's absolutely been a mess.
But the state of the Heat, how he feels about the season, it's his answer, bro. Don't you jump in here. But I
got defended for once. What is this?
Don't worry, I'm going to stop it very soon. But I kind of want to give you a follow-up question to what you're saying. When you're saying that you think they're going to miss the play-in altogether, so you think they're going to end up with a better record than Boston. If you're saying they're going to win the next 3, then they're going to beat Boston 2 times. But you're thinking that they're going to end up in the 6th seed, 5th seed, where they end up going in the 4 or 5 matchup against New York? Or do you just think that they squeak in as that 6th seed?
I think they're going to end up squeaking in as the 6th seed because I genuinely think they will go 3-0 over the next 3 games. But then the way this team goes, it feels like they're going to run out of gas a little bit, probably lose one there at the end that they shouldn't, right? Whether that be a Milwaukee team that might be resting some guys and you expect the Heat to win it. There's going to be a slip up at some point after that. So I'm going to slot them in the 6th seed, but I think they're going to get ahead of Boston. They're going to not be in the play-in. I don't know who the 3 seed is right now. Is that Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, rough times, but if we got to play Milwaukee first round, I mean, that's a slightly better matchup than a lot of other teams.
So thank you, Noel Leon, one for the $2 dono. He said the gang is back. What up, fellas? Hello, my queen.
Hi. Thank you.
He's getting a tour when he goes to Chicago.
Oh, okay. So Allana, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the season and where you feel like Miami is and where they are headed.
Listen, unfortunately, I think we're going to be in the play-in. I wish Michael was right, and I love the fact that he's putting that out there because I would prefer not to be. But at the end of the day, I see us being in the play-in, and it's making me nervous. I would love to pretend that I'm fully confident that we can move on from that and get into the playoffs, but I just don't know what to say about this team anymore. And to be honest, I actually almost find us worse than average, and the only reason I'm saying that is because, we are so incredibly inconsistent. I feel like at the very least, an average team is just like consistently average and consistently mediocre. We've had flashes of brilliance where, you know, we're firing from all cylinders. Guys who shouldn't necessarily be doing great, like Deadman, for example, are looking like stars out there. And then we've had games where literally Bam has, I mean, barely 10 points. So I'm just not happy with the way the season went. It's been super disappointing. I hope we can make it into the playoffs and maybe we can have better luck there. But I don't know. This season's a wash for me.
Yeah, Rabbit Patel said we're going to make it to the 5th seed. So Michael said that he thinks we're making it into the 6th. Allana says she thinks we're playing in the play-in game. Adam, I don't think you gave us your prediction for where you feel like Miami falls into this playoff push. Do you think they make it into the playoffs outright, or do they get to the play-in game?
5th seed.
5th seed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah,
so let's get into that a little bit. Miami's upcoming schedule, what is it, 6 games left now? Yeah. Miami's upcoming schedule is a gauntlet of good teams. Of course, we got Minnesota coming in.
Don't tell Jimmy that, though.
Right. But, of course, we got Minnesota coming in. Then we got the 2 Boston games back-to-back. Then I think we have Philly and then Milwaukee. And then we end the season on, I forgot, Detroit. So out of those games, then out of the last 6 games, we have 4 really good opponents.
When is Milwaukee?
Milwaukee is after
not this Saturday, the next one.
Is this second to last?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So those should be 2 wins right there.
Oh, yeah, because the Heat always beat teams when they rest their players. That's the thing, right?
No, I mean it should be a win. It just
right, but we've seen
the problem
that
should be isn't anything with this team.
My thing with I have more faith in this team beating a full Boston squad than I do with a Milwaukee team that's missing their stars, because they just get in their heads and they're like, oh, we don't have to play as tough. But when they have to play up, it's like a completely different team, which is why I think they'll go 3-0. But I said it, that Milwaukee game, they rest their guys. Just the way they've played, history has proven it doesn't go well.
Right. So you get a situation where you're playing the Clippers, who are missing 4 of their 5 best players, and you still lose that game. So that could be another situation that happens in Milwaukee with the way it seems.
Atlanta's schedule is super easy. I don't know if they talked about this on Full Court Press or if they're going to, but Atlanta's season, they've got Indiana tonight, Washington twice, Orlando, and then Houston. And Washington's been playing fairly well, but that's a much easier schedule than the Heat have. So even though they're missing, because they're still missing Trey, I could still see them winning a lot of those games.
Remember that Hawks loss?
Yeah, I remember a couple. I remember both of them.
That last one in particular.
Yeah, the last one in particular that would have gave us a chance at the tiebreaker with them, or a chance to win the conference. But now we lose the tiebreaker. We lose the tiebreaker to Atlanta. We lose the tiebreaker to Boston. So if we tie with them at the record, then we're still. So far to Boston. So Michael says he believes that we're going 3-0 in those next games. We're talking about the 6-game stretch. Michael, we'll start with you. What do you believe that their record's going to be in this last push? How many games do they get out of this last 6 games?
I'm gonna say they go 5-1. I'm gonna say they find a way to buckle down. They lose 1 game in there. I'm not sure which one it might end up being, but I could see Philadelphia maybe resting their guys as well. Right. I understand. I don't have that much faith because I think they're going to play down, but I'm going to go with 5-1. I think they'll find a way to get it together. I don't see Jimmy taking any games off unless he's really hurt, and he's just going to push this whole team, man. He doesn't want to be in the play-in. You know that. So I think they're going to go 5-1.
That's so cute, your optimism. Allana, what do you believe that they're going to do in these last 6 games?
I mean, I feel like we're going to go 3-3, but I'm just going to say 4-2 to put it out there into the universe because that's my preference. But it's hard when we're not consistent. I don't know what I'm holding on to. I just don't know what I'm going to get.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. This team has shown us that they're a 500 team. Why not keep that going through the end of the season? 3-3 is my genuine prediction. Adam, what do you believe the team's going to do in the last 6 games?
4-2. I don't see Jimmy losing these games that matter. I just don't. He would rather have that week off. He's gonna treat it like a playoff game. These next 2 weeks, he's gonna treat it like playoffs.
Yeah.
And you're saying that if that happens, we win? Because I just don't believe that Jimmy is gonna be the end all be all anymore.
Well, he's not the end all be all, but I do think that Jimmy and Bam will put together performances that'll catapult them to winning those games. I just genuinely believe it. We know that there are some gimme games. It's the Minnesota game, the Detroit game, and potentially the Milwaukee game. So that should be 3 wins right there, and they just need to win 1 or 2 more those other ones, and I believe that they can do it.
Okay, so I think in order for them to do what Michael and Adam are talking about, they're going to need some of these guys that have been out for a while to come back and help give them that push. Particularly, we're talking about Tyler and Vic. So let's get into the injury discussion a little bit. And we'll start with Adam this time. Adam, we've heard no new updates on Vic. Tyler is not out with the foot injury anymore. It's personal reasons now. Do we get them back in enough time for them to be at least contributors to a push in the playoffs?
Tyler, yes. I think that week off, if we get it, it would be huge for him to come back. I do think he's going to get back before the regular season ends. Depot, on the other hand, it's getting really close, and we're getting to the point where do you even want him on the court if he comes back? Because if he comes back, I see him averaging 8, 3, and 2 if he comes back, and that's with a broken shot. So I don't know if we want him on the court. If he had more than 6 games in the regular season, absolutely. Put him in the starter's position if we had like 20 games left, but we don't. So the reality of the situation is we just need to buckle down with the team that we have now and hope that something goes right with this team, that Kendrick is still hot and that he can continue his hot shooting streak into the playoffs.
I think even if you're right about his numbers on offense, I think even still he can offer us something on the defensive end that's a bit higher than what everybody else. Mike, you came in here with your Vic jersey the other day. You're higher on Vic than I think all of us. So
yeah. I think the only person that's high on Vic than me is Maddie. That's the only person I'd say.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
I'm not a good person to have in your corner.
No, I'm pretty high. I'm pretty high on.
Sorry, Maddie.
We love Maddie, kind of. But I'm pretty high on Vic myself, but I do believe that he does offer us a level of defense that we don't have any other guard on this team that can match. But do you believe that him and Tyler can come back enough to help this team?
I think Tyler will end up coming back enough to help the team. I think realistically with the way Vic's been, I just don't see him coming back. However, if Vic says, I'm ready to go out there, I don't see how you can hold him out. You got to see what you have in him anyways. Because we can all say right now, do we think this is realistically a championship winning team?
No.
Anybody think that? You got to see what you have in Victor Oladipo then, because you can't go into the offseason and make a decision off of him based off of 4 games, especially if he's the one coming in saying, I'm ready to play, put me out there. If he's the one that's backing up and saying, I won't play, then you know what you have in him. Don't re-sign him, right? He's not going to give it up for the team. But if he's willing to come back, I don't see how you don't play him, because then what? You don't play him in the regular season because you think those games are too important. So when you make it to the playoffs, he's not going to play then either. So what you're saying then, Adam, and this is a genuine question, are you just saying you don't want Depot back at all? You just don't want him back out there on the court?
It's not about his value this offseason. It's more about his chemistry with the team currently constructed. And we know that the playoffs, you'll run 7 guys on the court for an entire game. We've seen that literally last year. So I don't want Oladipo, who's played 4 or 5 games with this team, to be on the floor during a pivotal stretch against the Brooklyn Nets or the Milwaukee Bucks, where any broken play ends up in, potentially a run that those teams go on. So I don't,
especially if you play the Bucks, right, with Drew. I'm down to have Victor Oladipo defending Drew, and I think but I understand your point too. The chemistry is a thing, but Tyler's going to come back, and they're going to play him. They're not going to keep Tyler on the bench. So they're going to mess with the chemistry anyways.
Allana, jump in here and talk about what we're talking about.
I mean, I don't think it's any shock to anyone. I don't think that right now or in the beginning of the playoffs, if we make that far, is the right time to bring Depot back. If we do, I think it should be limited minutes. I absolutely think it should be coming off the bench. To Adam's point, chemistry is set, and that's a hard thing to find your way into, period, but much less back from injury without barely having any time with the guys, before he went out. So I wouldn't trust him that way. I understand Michael's point about defense, but at this point, like I keep saying, I feel like offensively is where we're struggling. So I don't necessarily think that I want to slot him in just for defense when that's not really our problem. So I don't know. If we have to have him back, I want him limited minutes and I want him off the bench.
And what about Tyler?
I have a little bit more faith in him in terms of just because don't listen. He's played with our team. He's not a newbie. He was out for a long time. That makes me nervous. I don't think he should get closing minutes by any means. I don't want him in that position. But he knows he will be, but I don't want him there. Right. He knows our system. He has chemistry with the guys, and I have a little bit more faith in him. But it's just rough because at this point, every game does kind of matter. So it depends, like who do you want to take your chances with?
And just to add to that, like just the fact that if we look at an example from last year, we had Iguodala and Jay Crowder. Iguodala, more importantly, he didn't know the system. He didn't really fit in those first few games, and then we had the 3-month break, basically, and we had the training camp, and then he came back, and boom, he was a closer. He was playing fantastically. His defense was on point. You need that time to gel with the team. I'm not saying that Depot can't contribute. He could contribute the same amount that Andre Iguodala does, but even a guy as smart as Andre needed like 2-3 months to gel with this team. So that's just all I'm saying.
Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Everybody's going nuts. The moment you say Tyler Hero's name, everyone's just like,
well, I mean, he's
crazy.
a polarizing figure. So let's get.
They've done that to themselves, though. He's polarizing because Heat Twitter has made him polarizing.
Your fault,
I'm so sick of this. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sick of this. The expectation that people have on him, they're ruining their own season because of what they want Tyler to be.
I will say, I think it's hilarious that everybody's going nuts over he's going to score 20 and then give up 20 points. Tyler's defense was never anything that we had. It was not ever an option for this team. Right now, Kendrick is playing good on offense, and he's bringing you more defense than he ever did before. So I understand, having him on the court over Tyler. But I think that's where, we talked about it before. If you can get Depot in there and have his defense, supplement that with Tyler on the court, I think that works really well. And I think the chemistry, although it wouldn't be incredible, would be worth a shot. Let's not say the chemistry on this team right now is perfect when they're going and losing games every once in a while the moment they play a good team.
So I want to acknowledge Ravi Patel's comment that they just had up. He said Hero is especially important when we go on offensive droughts or scoring droughts. He said we need him to come off the bench and ignite the offense in that situation. I think that's true. Look, I'm more down than most on Tyler Hero, but I will admit that if we're looking for an offensive punch, then he's one of our better options off the bench. The problem that I've had with Tyler has been his inconsistencies in that regard. But to Allana's point, the entire team is inconsistent, so it's unfair at times to just point out Tyler Hero as the lone reason why his play has been bad. No, Adam, you look like you don't agree.
I mean, I just think there's two sides to this. On one side, you have a guy making $2.7 million, averaging 15 points a game in his second season. Give me 10 of those. Like, I'm very happy with that. Just for a guy in his second year. Give that to me. The other side of it is you literally had Pat Riley last year say he's going to be better than Devin Booker. So.
Yeah, so I mean,
but that's again not Tyler's fault.
It's not Tyler's fault.
But the organization put it out there too.
Right.
Like that's true. Like none of us would have thought, he's going to be better than Devin Booker, at least not that strongly, had the Don himself not come out and said, we think he can be better than Devin Booker. That was not a comparison many people would have made.
We think he can does not mean like he is going to in year two after injuries and a weird offseason.
Yeah, but
like, I'm sorry.
You're a Pat Riley stan, Allana. So when Pat says something, a lot of Heat fans take it as gospel. So if he comes out and he says that he thinks Tyler Hero can be better than Devin Booker, then most of the fan base is going to be looking for that type of growth where we start to see shades of Devin Booker, and we haven't been able to get that on a consistent.
And then they'll all say,
fine. Go ahead.
Then they'll all say we need to trade him only for a guy like Devin Booker.
I don't know. I just want people to use their brains a little bit more, and it seems like it's really asking for too much. So I'm just going to get off my high horse here.
It's Pat Riley, though. Like he's the best.
That's fine, and I love Pat Riley, and whatever he says, I will go with. That doesn't mean that I also don't recognize the reality of the situation in that our offseason was basically non-existent. COVID happened, injuries happened, and Tyler is a player like anyone else. He's a human being. So just because Riley said that, it doesn't mean that that's what he's going to produce.
Well, and everybody that's saying right now, like, he's hot trash, get rid of him immediately. Like, I don't think anybody here actually thinks that. Right. That's a few people that are getting very fiery, and they tweet it out and then everybody tweets it and disagrees with it. So that's what everybody talks about for a while. That's just how it goes. I think blaming like 10 people that do that and then everybody jumping on that person is why Heat Twitter is going so nuts. Anytime you even say his name.
This isn't all about Tyler to me. Like we happen to be talking about Tyler, but like, look, we're doing the same thing with Bam. The reaction to Bam's performance the other night was absolutely ridiculous. 1 minute, he's like the best center in the league and should be like defensive player of the year. And the next second, it's like, oh, we need to get rid of him. He's not growing anymore. He's hit his ceiling. Like, which one is it? Every single game, it's something else. And it's exhausting. And I don't know how y'all do it. I really don't. Not y'all, fans in general. I don't know how you live your life this way.
We need to make that. We need to make that meme of the little girl like smiling with the fire behind her and put Allana's face, and in the fire is just heat Twitter, because I feel like nothing would make her happier.
That's true, actually. Someone go do that ASAP.
Yeah, but I think that's a good topic to talk about. Like the Bam thing, the Bam conversation has been going on for the past couple of days based off of his performance. Now, this is something that I think we're all on one accord with. The Heat organization has a lot of shortcomings with marketing. They pushed Tyler over Bam. They said zero about Bam, defensive player of the year, until Bam said something. That's very true. Like they just started pushing. I think if they had made an earlier push, then he'd be higher up on that list. But let's talk about
their priorities, though. Like
I will say this to me personally. I don't think awards.
It's hard to tell what their priorities are right now.
No, that's fair too.
Because right now with the Tyler Hero thing, like it's kind of like Ethan has been talking about the meritocracy argument, where it's kind of like the best player should be on the court, and if Tyler comes back, then it's not he's not going to be on the court because he was contributing to wins. It's going to be because they either A, have to see what they have, B, raises trade value for when they try and move them, or C, because they feel pressured into making moves. Mm-hmm. Is that something that's like, is that accurate, Michael?
I mean, they have to be feeling something, because when he comes back, he's going to play. But you can say something similar about Goran too. Goran had a stretch where he was playing really poorly, and everybody was saying, why not play Kendrick Nunn for a few of those minutes, right? Mm-hmm. And that didn't happen either. There seems to be a hierarchy with these things, and that's just the way he's going to run with it. And Allana and I have always agreed on this. We very rarely agree on much, but we have agreed from the beginning. Sometimes Spo's rotations are questionable. I'm not with it, right? So everybody starts talking about who should play. None of us actually know what's going to end up happening, because Spo is going to do whatever the hell he wants. I think they're going to end up playing Tyler when he comes back, even if he's not fully healthy. If he's available, they're going to put him out there in minutes. And if he struggles, everyone's going to jump on his back. If he has a 25-point game and the Heat win, everybody's going to get back to, oh, that was the Tyler we were talking about. There we go. There's the baby goat. Like it's back and forth. Look, give Kendrick two bad games against Boston. Everyone's going to jump on him after all the good games he's had recently. Like that's just what it is.
People are going to be with you on that Tyler Hero point, unless 20 of those points come in the fourth quarter of a game that the Heat had already won, against the Spurs.
I want him to get that 25 points all on like a breakaway three-pointer just to watch your face.
Bro, you know I'm going to pass out on these goddamn streams. But to your point about Goran, like Goran is a case where it seems like Spo's stubbornness has been rewarded. Goran essentially turned the corner where he was going from damn near unplayable to the past couple of weeks where he's been contributing at a solid level. Of course, we can't expect him to do it back to back or nothing like that, but he's been solid these past couple of games where you see a little bit of burst. Adam, should the Heat be patient and let Tyler go out there because their faith might be rewarded?
I mean, just to go back to that point about the marketing, like the marketing team's job is to market the player they think is most marketable, and we all know that that's Tyler, right? Yeah. That's just who he is. He's more marketable than Bam is and might ever be, but look, as fans, we don't know that. We don't know what's going to happen, but I just think that Bam as a player obviously is miles ahead better, and he should be the face of the franchise and the marketing team. He should be the face, but that might not ever happen. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the reality of what this team is and what the marketing team's job is going to be. Now, in terms of should we be patient about Tyler? I think that Tyler's ceiling is a lot higher than a lot of these other guys that we put on the court. So I do trust when Tyler's on the court that he should be able to produce, because we've seen it before. And if we've seen it before, I believe we can see it again. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think if you're comparing him to guys like Max Strus and Gabe Vincent, then obviously you would prefer Tyler to be in those situations than those guys. Thank you, Christian Cardus, for the $1.99 dono. He said, I don't think Tyler's value is going up, ship sale. Maybe. I think his value was at its highest after the finals, but that does not mean that he doesn't have any value to any team. He's still a young player with a ton of upside who could potentially become a pretty solid player in this league. So we're going to try something new on the Clutch Corner today, and it's that Twitter Spaces thing that y'all been saying.
Wait, time out. Can I throw some props to Duncan Robinson for not having missed a game in the last 2 years? I said it on the pod too, but that is amazing. I'm sorry.
Considering how many got him with the boo-boo game.
Almost, right? He had to step out, because he has some stomach stuff, and then he almost missed the next one, and he ended up actually playing. Did we lose? Oh no, he's there. I want to throw some props to the guy who runs around literally the entire game on offense and is still there every single night. Like, for a team who misses a lot of players for injuries, Duncan's always there. I love the guy.
Okay,
you just had to do that, didn't you?
I had to. I love Duncan.
Look, Duncan deserves some love.
I want to be on his podcast.
Yeah, Duncan deserves some love. I mean, he won't get much.
That's your goal, to be on his podcast.
Michael wants to leave me behind already.
That is the ultimate goal in life. That is the ultimate goal in life. I will leave all of you behind for Duncan Robinson.
Watch yourself.
Yeah, I'm about to say, because we'll leave your ass behind too for Duncan Robinson.
You tried to leave me behind. You just couldn't find somebody to take all your shit.
This is true. But listen, so what we're going to do is you guys can all go on the Clutch Corner Twitter. I've started a Spaces thing. It's essentially like the Locker Room app where you can come in, you can talk to us, you guys can ask us some questions. So we're going to do a little bit of Q&A with you guys. We got one listener in there already unmuted, so I'm pretty sure he can't hear me. But you have to do this from your phone. So go into Twitter. Look for the Clutch Corner account. Look for the Spaces. Make sure that you join the room, and then you can ask your question. Couple of rules. When you do, please mute your TV or whatever you're listening to us on. Please mute that before you start talking. I'll let you in the room to ask your question, and then I'll kick you out as we answer it. So I'm going to give people a few minutes to try and figure out how to get there, and we'll move on to something else in the meantime and in between time.
Dennis Lopez gets it.
I can't wait for this, guys. Go ask your questions.
Actually, I got somebody named. I have Ali.
No, things are off limits. Yes,
not for me. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, if you come in here being disrespectful, then I will cut you off. Oh man, I see Nina. I see somebody named number 3, and I see somebody named Ali. If you guys want to ask a question, then just request, and then I'll put you on so that we can get your questions asked.
As we're kind of filling some time here, can we just?
Yeah. Oh my God! Man. Look at this. Let's talk about
my goodness!
Oh my God!
It's gonna be Bam looking down on the standings when we're in this.
Can we remove? I'm removing this.
It's voice called Christian Carter. For those of you who just got the pleasure of looking at that man beast right there, that is Adam the Bone Crusher Borai in his rugby
requested. It was requested. It was requested.
Don't you guys?
You 3 are the worst.
No.
I think I just saw somebody request and then I missed it. I don't remember who it was. But if you did request it, I didn't see it because I have to look at it on my phone.
What if they ask for that picture to come up again, Adam? You're gonna deny them?
You can't deny fans.
Oh no, don't worry about it.
Royals in control anyway.
Right, Michael, don't you have another one? I want people to.
What? No,
it is saved on my computer. It is saved on my computer.
But listen, guys. We found some of those pictures of Adam, and listen, that man was a athlete.
Trucking. Listen, Derrick Henry, who? Adam Brown. That's who.
All right, let's just get to the Spaces.
Okay, so real talk. If you want to ask a question, go to the Twitter Spaces thing on the Twitter app. You have to use your phone. It is voice chat, Christian Cardus. So it's not a video call. When you call, you request to speak, and I'll let you speak.
He's new to social media.
Yeah. So Adam,
don't disrespect Cardus.
I'm not worried of any pictures of me. You guys can find whatever you want. My shit's open on every platform.
I want to spend a little time on here. So Adam, I want you to go ahead and talk about. I want you to go ahead and talk about your playing days.
No, I'm not doing that.
Why, bro?
No.
We just saw a picture of you standing over your opponent, Allen Iverson style.
Mm-hmm.
People want to know the story.
No, you never even told everybody how to find the account.
I just told them
the Clutch Corner.
At the Clutch Corner, but we got somebody in here speaking, so I'm connecting Nina. I don't know if Nina can hear me. Hold on, I'm connecting Nina. Nina, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you, Nina?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. So go ahead and ask your question.
Well, I just wanted to know, do you guys think that the Heat are going to add anybody for that last spot to compete in the playoffs?
Ooh, that sounds like an Adam question.
Thank you, Nina. I'm going to kick you out, and then you can go back and unmute your TV to listen to the answer.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yo, thanks, Nina. Question number 1. Hey, that's the first question ever.
Yeah, thank you, Nina, for the question. So we can temper this. We can table this question for everybody. Personally, I don't believe that Miami is going to do that at this point. They found the rotation. No need for them to add anyone in there to help in that regard. But I do think that I feel like that's like a salary cap saver space. Like you're just leaving it open so that
Honestly,
they won't have
I
any
know
takeout.
Joe Johnson was brought up earlier today. ISO Joe back. I would be.
That's second. You know who I put first back? Rio, baby. Get me some Mario Chalmers on this team right freaking
That would
now.
be fine by me too. At this point, it's a Hail Mary.
Let's do
it. Whatever. Adam, give us a
gonna come in making those 3-pointers in the fourth quarter that nobody else is making right now. I'm with it.
He's also going to shoot some of those 3-pointers in the fourth quarter that nobody wants him shooting.
That's
Adam,
fine, Gabe Vincent.
Give us some kind of clarity on this situation, as clear as you can make it.
I don't think they're going to sign anybody, and let alone for the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs, you're going to be running 7 guys out there, so I don't think the 15th guy on the roster is going to get any playing time unless it's the last 10 seconds of a game that they're getting blown out in. But if they do add somebody, it would be a shock. I know they only have $400,000 left in the salary cap, and they have to wait in order to sign somebody. I just don't think it's very realistic for them to sign someone.
So in the middle of you answering questions, I'm telling people who are in this locker room space that they can request to ask a question. It's a couple of guys. We got 2 guys in here. Nobody's seen me to want to request to speak. But yeah, make sure you guys do that. I thought we would have had more questions than this by now. Some of you guys in the comments can go on to Twitter. I know most of you guys follow us at the Clutch Corner. Make sure you guys are being respectful. Oh, we got another request from James Poe.
Is it James Posey?
No, this is the better James Poe. I like this guy.
the better James Poe. So, James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead and ask your question, James.
Okay, I'm late. So have you guys said anything about the Joe Johnson report yet? Is that something that he might be looking into?
All right, James, thank you for your question. I'm going to take you off, but yeah, make sure you unmute your TV so that you can listen for your answer, brother.
I like how you think everybody's watching us on TVs and not like their phones or computer. You go straight to TV. I like it. That's a lighter screen for these faces. I'm with it, bro.
Listen, they better get on that computer or something because you ain't gonna be able to do this on your phone. I think we did address the James Johnson thing. I don't think there's much to that.
Johnson.
Joe Johnson. I'm sorry, but I don't think there's much to the Joe Johnson news. I just think, the Heat just kicking the tires like they customarily do on every player that's available. Anybody got any different opinions on that?
I mean, he did look pretty good over these last few months and what he's been doing. So I wouldn't hate it. He wouldn't play much, but I mean, I love ISO Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of him while he was here until we got to the playoffs.
Yeah, I love that he crossed up Paul Pierce and make him look like a bitch. That's what I'm here for. So that's my favorite Joe Johnson moment of all time.
Joe Johnson crossing up Paul Pierce was one of the highlights of my life.
Right? Oh, Paul Pierce sucks. I'm so glad he got fired. Nobody else I guess I'm only talking to Royal on this. Everyone's just like chilling.
I'm waiting for more questions.
Hold on. I got another request. This is coming from Danny M. Price. And then we have the unofficial Miami Heat burner. I'll let him in next to ask his question. But Danny Price, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well. Go ahead and ask your question, bro.
Yes, I wanted to know, is there any new reports on Victor Oladipo? Do we know anything as to if and when he's coming back?
Thank you for asking your question, Danny. I'm going to put you back on mute, and you can just unmute your TV or something to listen for the answer. I want to make sure.
When you're taking a question, we got to find a way to fill that time in between. We'll get better at this, but this is great. I love this.
Yeah. First time for everything. Trial and error, brother. No, I don't think there's been any new reports on Victor Oladipo since he's went out. They give you like little words around telling you that there's nothing new. It's more or less the same thing as to, there's been no update or something from Spo. They say that he has been doing some on the court work, if I'm not mistaken.
He's been doing some on the court work now for like 2 weeks, though.
That's what I'm saying. So it's not really like an update. So we got the unofficial Miami Heat burner on Twitter, or Miami Heat burner. We're gonna add him in here. Miami Heat burner. Can you hear me?
There's the update from Ravi. He's making progress. Making progress.
I am too.
Hey, can you hear me?
Towards
fabulous. Fabulous. Go ahead and ask your question, brother.
What do you think the ceiling is for the Miami Heat team, like this season or next?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the
ceiling next season.
Oh, the ceiling next season. Well, thank you for. She said, "Allana wants you to keep talking." So say something else.
Hello.
Are you in the UK?
Yeah, from England, yeah.
Oh, he said he's from England. That's dope. So I appreciate your
She
support,
started
brother.
flipping her hair.
Yeah.
So he said he wants to know what the Heat ceiling is for next year. I think,
Sorry,
I
she got so hot and bothered so quick. Dude, open this mouth and she is a wreck, bro.
Yeah, don't let her start listening to Dan Healy talk on there. You can't.
But,
Oh my God, Adam did an anime tee.
Yeah, so
someone said I needed a crush replacement for Mo. I think I just found him.
Let's talk about the actual question that we were asked, guys.
I would love that.
Right. So the ceiling for this Heat team next year, I thought the ceiling for this team this year would have been Eastern Conference Finals berth. I'm not so sure about that now. I'm just hoping that they can make it to the actual playoffs because I believe that they're going to be in the play-in game. But I believe the team for next year is heavily dependent on what they do this offseason. And I think that's a cop-out of an answer. So if I'm going to give a direct answer, if they come back as presently constructed with Victor Oladipo in tow, then I still believe that they're a second round out at best. That's the ceiling that I believe for this team. Michael, what do you believe the ceiling for this team is?
Right now, I think it's second round. Just the way they're going right now. I don't have any faith that they're going to stay healthy through the playoffs anyways, just because that's what we've seen. Next season, I won't be down if they re-sign Victor Oladipo this offseason. Obviously, I'm a fan of his, but also because Victor Oladipo would be a good piece in a trade if they wanted to use him and Tyler and somebody else for a trade to try to step up and get a bigger superstar. So I think next year's ceiling can be championship if they make the right move with whatever pieces they sign in the offseason.
Okay. Allana?
I think that's a wildin' thing to say. That's not it.
Listen, I'm having a good time. I'm happy to be back. Y'all were all super negative. The tone of the show for the first half hour
say y'all.
was so
I'm not
sad.
negative. I'm realistic. I don't think we're gonna
That's
be
what
a
negative people say, though.
team. Excuse me,
That's what negative people say.
Michael.
So my man Christian Carter said that he can't find the link to the room. If you follow in the Clutch Corner, it should be somewhere on the top. Where the stories are. Am I correct?
Look at your fleets at the top when just your home screen.
Fleets are so dumb.
Look at
it'll
your
just
what?
be the thing in purple.
Fleets, dude.
It'll be on the top left of your home screen on Twitter.
Yeah. Adam, you didn't answer.
This season, second round exit in 5. I think next season. Yeah, I think next season they are Eastern Conference Finals bound. They're going to re-sign the team and bring Kyle Lowry. So I think that's Eastern Conference Finals because I think that Tyler Hero is going to improve. I think Nunn, Duncan, they're all going to play better. And then obviously they're going to make improvements within the season. So
if they sign Lowry, and I'm just trying to understand the
you're
numbers.
You're going to have to return your jersey.
That's fine. I bought it with American Express.
Okay, so we got 2 questions. One from Brandon_Myers. Brandon, can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Brandon, can you hear me?
Hey, sorry guys. I just getting used to this new thing.
No, that's cool. Go ahead, bro. Ask your question.
Hey, just wanted to say I'm a big fan of you guys' content. Love the work you do. But you guys think Depot comes back at all before the end of the season?
I appreciate your question, Brandon. I'm going to kick you out, though.
You didn't do the TV spiel this time. He's muted again. Listen, I'm gonna say I genuinely believe Depot's gonna come back. I think he's got too much to lose if he doesn't, unless the team really holds him out, which I'd be shocked if they did. I think Depot comes back.
I do too, but I think he does in the playoffs.
Me too.
That's an interesting time for him to come back, though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna come back as well. So right now we have King Cooks _ on Twitter. Oh, I muted my own mic. But King Cooks, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, fabulous. Go ahead and ask your question, brother.
First off, love the show. Appreciate everything you guys do. My question here is, how many of you guys want to see this team come back as constructed?
Yo. Okay. Let's let the real list go first.
Exactly as constructive, that would be a no from me. I don't think that we need to completely gut out the team and make some major changes, but I don't want to see this exact same roster. No.
This guy really just donut to his own damn show.
This show needs more spice from
I've been
Adam.
trying to spice it up. Y'all immediately shut me down and think, oh, realistic talk.
Listen, I found a British husband, so I'm fine. I don't know what y'all are on.
So whatever. Yeah, I don't think anybody.
You playing with fire? Your DM's about to blow up.
Just being honest, I don't think anybody wants to see this team come back as currently constructed.
Let me give you my answer. I want to trade every single player on this team outside of Jimmy and Bam. I've said that at the beginning of this year. I hate this team.
Whoa! There's the spice. He paid himself to bring spice.
Hold on. But I want them to re-sign everyone this summer.
That's what we'll let you explain that in a minute. But we got probably my favorite. Wait, we got probably my favorite commenter on here, and that's my dude Christian Cardus. He's on the line now. This is probably my favorite commenter of all. Christian, make sure you keep this family friendly.
Yeah, Cardus gonna be spicy.
What is it that you have to say and or want to ask?
All right, so my question is, what's the minimum contract that you guys think we could retain Oladipo on? Are we talking Ola mid-level exception? Are we talking Ola vet minimum contract?
Ola bye? Are we gonna say Ola bye to him now?
Ola, get the hell off of my team. Thank you, Christian. Bro, I'm about to kick you on this. I'm about to kick you out of here, but thank you for your question.
Ola, get your ass back in the comments, bro.
No, honestly, I think pretty much Miami looks like, if depending on how he looks when he comes back in the playoffs, I think Miami's going to be bidding against themselves, which is essentially going to be a mid-level exception. Like I don't see anything beyond a mid-level exception.
Adam does not seem to agree.
No, it's because Adam knows stuff that I don't know in terms of the inner workings of the NBA. So I'm going to let him go last.
I just feel like if they call him to like, hey, here's mid-level exception, somebody's going to come and be like, here's 10 million. What is mid-level exception? Like, what's that? What's the actual dollar amount? I don't know what it is. Anybody?
9.
Okay, somebody's going to come in and be like, here's $11 million a year. Take it. And he's just going to take that and go. I don't see how if he comes back for mid-level, awesome. I just see somebody else offering more.
Yeah, I disagree with that too.
There we go.
I'm deferring to Adam because I don't like to speak on things I don't know about.
Oh, that's fine with me.
Yeah, this is like really what you always do. You just don't answer the question.
You really said that right after
I'm good at it.
take
you know what, Adam, bro? I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let her slide this week, bro.
I don't need y'all to let me slide. I can hold my own. Thank you.
But we know full well that you hold your own every day against us in that damn group chat. But
I know.
But goddamn, you don't answer these questions. I can tell you that for sure. Adam, go ahead and give us some perspective. What do you think it's going to take for us to keep Oladipo, or if we're going to keep him at all?
Should I answer in a British accent?
Sure.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not doing this.
Please.
Look,
if somebody donos $10, he'll answer in a British accent.
I don't know, $50.
Someone donate $2.99 and he'll do it.
$1.99 dono, and he's going to
answer 50 cents.
Okay, you drive a hard bargain, 99 cents.
Look, I think that if he plays and he plays poorly, the mid-level is an option. Because I just think that if he doesn't play, he's preserving his value in a sense that he can probably make closer to 15 to 20 million if he doesn't play. But if he does play and he can't do anything, you could get him for a mid-level type of amount.
British
and the reason why
seems like you have to switch accents now.
No. And the reason why I disagree with you, Michael, is because he wants to be in Miami. If a team offers him $12 million over Miami's $9 million offer, he's going to take Miami's offer. Okay, tax incentive alone tells you he's going to take Miami's offer.
I think it depends, though, because I don't know what his situation is like in the locker room right now. I've heard this. I don't know if you guys have said it on here or if I just saw someone on Twitter where people weren't very excited about bringing him into the team in the first place. Maybe he feels like this is where I wanted to be, and now that he's in it, he's like, this is not really what I'm looking for. I'm just not ready to say that. And I do have faith that if he comes back and plays, I think he will be a good asset to this team. I don't think anybody else can drive to the basket as well as he can outside of Jimmy and Bam. And Trevor Ariza, I don't know what to say about that. But I think he brings a lot of stuff to this team that isn't easily replaced. And so I think if he plays, the price is just going to go up.
I would like to address Ricky's comment real quick. Michael will be rapping.
After, well, you already addressed it, I guess. So thank you, Noel Leon, for the $1 dono. Thank you, Twisted Tapioca, for the $1.99 dono. He said, man's better start with the London lingo.
I would do it if I felt like it wouldn't have been offensive. Like I feel like I'm gonna offend them if I start doing a British accent, and I don't want to do that because I wouldn't do it right. So
that's so nice.
Oh, so it has to go to one of the people who wouldn't care about offending them, which means that either me or Adam will have to do it. But yeah, that's going to end our Q&A segment on the Twitter thing. I thought it was cool. Like I really appreciated everybody who called in. That might be something that we have to add in because I think that was really nice, and I like the user interaction that we have. So let's pay some of these bills right quick. Michael, talk about Vertagear.
Yeah, I was about to ask for Vertagear. Here's why I'm about to ask for Vertagear, though. So I am sitting in a PL 4500, right? It's got this very nice material that doesn't retain any kinds of smells. I just came back from playing tennis. I'm a little sweaty. This chair is not going to smell bad at all because that material is fantastic. It's also super comfy, right? I could sit in this all day and have no back problems, have no butt problems. Everything's great. Go get you a Vertagear. There's a link in the description. And if you guys buy more Vertagears, you're going to get a chair for people like Gad and Ariel who are really having a hard time right now. They're sitting on some trash chairs. Help them out, right? Go buy a Vertagear.
2 people need to buy for one of Gad
2
or
people.
Ariel.
2 people. And wait, sorry, quick shout out. Carduce.
Carduce. I was about to say,
Christian
shout out to
Carduce.
Carduce.
Who bought one? Wait.
He bought the SL 4000. So shout out to our guy Christian Carduce, always in the comments, always making us laugh on the streams, always donating and always showing the support. So we really appreciate you, Christian. And
Carduce
thank you
for MVP. Forget Kendrick Nunn.
Absolutely. So let's talk about Nope. So Michael, you think this man turned down all that money in Houston to come to Miami to only leave for slightly more money than what Miami offers?
Yes. If Miami doesn't play him and he feels like he's willing to come back and he doesn't feel like the locker room wants him, I think he would take more money elsewhere. Plus, Houston's trash.
I think considering where he is right now, he's probably up for his last opportunity.
I just think that he's not coming back regardless because of their pursuit of Kyle Lowry. Like, it's just that simple. You're not going to start Kyle or have Depot come off the bench for little money. Duncan, Jimmy, Bam, and who else? You know, it's not.
I was playing Ravi. I was just saying Christian Carduce is great. I was praising Christian Carduce, not bringing down none. Like, we're good, guys. We're good.
Okay. So, Allana, you get to pay Manscaped because
everybody wants to hear you say it.
All right, guys, you know what to do. Buy yourself some Manscaped. Your wife and girlfriend and side piece and whoever else will thank you, and your balls will thank you as well. They have sets that you can get with ball toner. I think there's underwear included. There's ball deodorant. There's the razor itself, which I hear is A1. So do yourself a favor and do your partner a favor too.
So, yeah, the one thing, Allana, I knew she was going to say it. I cut her off too soon, though. But you got to make sure that you use the promo code 5RSN, the number 5RSN, to get 20% off of your order plus free shipping. I think
you can be as smooth as the top of Royal's head, guys.
First of all, I thought that picture was long gone.
I was going to say, that's a great hairline in that photo.
Hey, bro, listen, that was a couple of years ago and a few pounds. Thank you, Noel Leon 1 for the $5 dono. He said, better start learning how to perfect a British accent. JK, great streaming, guys. Thank you so much for the dono and all of the support. Meanwhile, I'm going to pay Therapist Preferred, who is another sponsor of the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Therapist Preferred is a premium CBD company. They sell premium CBD, 100% THC free. They are third lab verified. They're a company that started in 2019. They sell all types of things like sports creams. They sell gummies. I know I have some gummies. I think Allana has some gummies.
I do indeed. Yep.
Got the green apple gummies. They are delicious. They are delicious. So make sure you go to therapistpreferred.com, and when you place your order, use the promo code 5REASONS. That's the number 5, the word reasons, and just like Manscaped, you will get 20% off plus free shipping. Going back to Manscaped, I think they just released the Lawnmower 4.0.
4.0?
Man, listen, they gave us the
guys, get your
3.0.
hands on that. Summer and spring are coming. I don't know
I just got the
guys,
1.0, bro. Oh, I gotta go get me another one.
Yeah, bro. Don't listen. We know people. Simba, get to work.
Wait, I'm winking with the wrong eye. Which one?
I'm a terrible winker. Both of I have to contort my face to wink. Adam, you pay Miami Grill.
They're not a sponsor.
They are a sponsor.
But their food is delicious.
I don't know. I don't know. Miami Grill, they have good sandwiches, good wings. Go order there. Do we have the
Fries,
video? They have
shakes,
fries. They have shakes.
gyros.
What
Listen,
else do they have?
gyros. Whoa, you just listen. You about to send all. You about to send all the comments.
So
Wait,
let's do that. Like, okay, so we got gyros from
Gyros.
Alana. Michael, what
I
do
say
you?
gyro. but
I'm gonna
You say
go
what?
with.
You
say
clearly did not.
gyros.
You did not.
I
You said
say it
gyro.
generally, though.
Oh, except for when you're talking about it on stream, you say
Yeah.
gyro.
The
Well,
I
proper
switch
way,
things up. I'm
the
a fine
proper
girl.
way is to say gyro.
Gyro?
Whoa. Ba, ba,
Oh!
ba,
Yes!
ba, ba, ba.
Nina Robert.
Thank
That's
you,
why.
Nina.
That's
Wait,
why.
wait. Let's get that smile full
Yes,
screen.
indeed.
Look at
That's
those
a
teeth.
lovely smile.
Pearly whites. Ooh.
That's why Adam got the
Poppy
guns out.
Adam,
He got the
let's
guns out
go.
just for you, Nina Roberts, 21.
Whew.
Show them arms, Adam, so she can see that nice pasty complexion that you got going on with that camera light.
Pasty.
That's what it looks like with the light, bro. But yeah, so Alana is gyros. What do you say, Michael?
I say gyros, like gyration.
That's absolutely not right by
Yeah, that's
any stretch of the
oh,
imagination.
but gyros is closer.
I say gyro. I was just fucking around.
Gyro.
Yeah, gyro is wrong too. But I know it's wrong, but I say gyros because I'm from South Florida, and that's the way I
Hey,
was
you
talking.
called them Bajelica for a while. We know how
Yes,
your
it did.
pronunciation goes.
I didn't call him that. Ethan called him that, so I decided to jump on board with that train. Adam, what do you call him?
Food.
I've never had one. Straight up.
What?
Is it like a pita pocket?
Greek food's bomb. Y'all need to.
No, I've had Greek food. I've just never had a gyro.
It's really good.
It's dope. It's the shitness.
I gotta try it. I want to try that in the thing from the Avengers. What did they have?
Falafel.
No, they didn't have
Shawarma.
falafel.
Kebab.
Shawarma.
Oh, shawarma's so
Fuck
good
fuck
too.
up.
It's like my favorite Mediterranean food.
I've never had shawarma a day in my life.
Guys, come on.
I pronounced it the right way, and then Michael goes shawarma.
I was pronouncing it how I thought it was said. I wasn't trying to correct you. I can't English. Yesterday, I went off on a tangent that I didn't know euros, so I called it currency. Guys, please, it's not
This
me.
is
true.
This is true. Michael is numbers, not words, bro.
I'm stupid. It's fine.
No, you're numbers, not words. Me and Alana are words, not numbers.
Correct.
I don't know. What are you, Adam? Are you
No, I know what you're. Nope.
Adam? What are you?
I don't know.
What is
Gotta
what is
pick a
Adam?
side.
No, we got to pick a side.
Facial
for-
expressions.
Yeah, facial expressions, not words or numbers.
Smiles.
No, he
smiles
just
according
own.
to
I
Nina.
just said that.
Yeah, for 19.99, Adam is smiles. So
That's what I'm saying.
Adam, if people want to sponsor the Clutch Corner, how can they do it?
They can do it at the Clutch Corner at our official Twitter account. Just DM the account and we'll all see it and we'll get right to it.
We'll all see it, but you'll be talking to Adam.
Until the numbers come in, then I'll jump in.
Right, exactly. When you're talking about the numbers, then you're gonna bring Michael to make sure that the numbers are adding up.
The
And
great
make sure to actually
negotiator.
put the numbers. Don't spell out the numbers. I can't do it. Listen, every time I have to write a check. No, I'm being no cap. When you write a check and you have to write like the 80 and all, sometimes I forget. Like, does it have the
He
dash?
has
Like,
to
I'm not.
reach a no cap limit per stream he's on.
That was
Yes,
one. I
At
said
least
one. I said one.
At least one per stream.
Yeah, we are doing our thing and getting off topic. So let's talk about some of these shows. Alana and Michael, I'll let you guys do it together. Y'all can bounce off of each other. You guys have great chemistry. Y'all talk about Feel the Heat, where people can find it, how they can listen to it, and all that good jazz.
Yeah, give them a taste of what they get in those first 10 seconds.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
No, it's not. It's not like
Stop
that
it.
at all.
That was way too excited. This is how our pod starts. What's up, y'all?
Not
Every
even
time.
that. No, it's
You know what? They
What's
should
up,
go here
y'all?
for themselves. And you can, in fact, because episode 3 dropped earlier this week. You can find it on Spotify, Podbean, and Apple Music. And right here on this YouTube channel, we also took it to the live stream yesterday. We appreciate everyone that came by and hung out with us in the comments. We're going to do a live stream once a month and a new episode every week. So we can't wait to see what's next. And Michael, did I forget anything?
You forgot to tell them how nervous you were before yesterday's show.
I was nervous before yesterday's show. Thank you
She was
very
genuinely
much.
nervous. She
I was
freaking
because
out.
I don't want to let y'all down. And by y'all, I mean the audience. not
I
me,
had a
Michael.
great time. The comments were going nuts. Adam is gonna make me do something super embarrassing. So
Michael
not
will be
excited about that.
rapping for everyone. We're trying to figure out a song for him.
nope.
So,
I picked.
coming soon.
I forgot the name of the song. Now we're gonna move on. Next show, Royal.
There is no next show. We're only talking about Feel the Heat. The rest of us, the other shows that we do, we're all here for. But no, I do the post game shows. I don't know if I'm going to do the post game show tomorrow because I'm going to get my second COVID vaccine shot tomorrow. Yay me, being safe, being responsible adult. Cat for Life.
Yo.
He said Mike got paid. Cat for Life must be a Michael stan because he's on every.
He loved on Michael so hard yesterday.
I love Cap though. Listen, no one likes me. I've got my 3 people. Cap is one of them. I can't think of the other 2. Right? Maybe my parents like.
I like you
gotta
sometimes.
take the wisdom.
Your wife.
yeah, true. So
that's a stretch.
Yeah, sometimes not so much.
Ricky said "Rap God" by Eminem. I would love to hear Michael try and do "Rap God."
I want him to do WAP, but he's chickening out.
No, Moro said it too. That's inappropriate, bro.
That's not inappropriate. If I'm letting you do it, I feel like I should be the
inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
Alana's definitely rubbing off on Michael with this Feel the Heat shit.
I know it's the best.
He's saying all types of what is it? Sus? Yeah, I'm gonna fall into it too. You're saying sus stuff. I don't.
What's wrong with say? Oh, what are you saying? Sus. Sus isn't one of the words now.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm joining the vibe, bro. I think it's a vibe. It's a lane, bro.
You know what? Y'all can pick on me all
Ricky
you want.
likes you, Michael. I like you, man. You're all right.
We're up to 4, guys. I did it.
Somebody said Michael, all right. Christian Carter, you've asked this a couple of times.
Oh wait, Noel. Sorry, I got to shout out Noel. Noel's always there for everything.
Absolutely. So I want to address what Christian Carter has been asking about the clutch corner being less frequent. I think we are going to kind of like slow down as the regular season closes out and just kind of let the post game show do its thing for the postseason. You'll still be able to find us when you're looking for us on Twitter for sure. And Michael and Allana still have their stream. They'll be jumping on some of the post games. No one cares what Adam does in the first place.
100%. See, I okayed this, so let's go.
I'm not singing this song. I'm
do
it. Listen,
I think the P word is the least of the words.
Yeah, 100%.
Can we not say it on air? I guess I'm not going to.
I'm not doing any of this on air.
What's up, y'all?